Good morning, happy rising, all those wonderful things. I just had something quick to say. And I was speaking with someone yesterday. Well, yesterday I did a video I haven't posted yet called like, who is the guru listening to? Because like everybody's a guru now. I was like, the trouble of social media, everybody's a guru. And when are we listening? When are we learning to hear? And what is outside of us, and just different thoughts, because we're so big on this, we gotta go in, the answers within, the answers within. But what is not within you? What are you experiencing is not the aspect of who you are. But this video is like about not having a good day. And I speak on this stuff because in the age of positive thinking, name it, claim it, I used to find this in religion a lot, where I felt like you were almost made to feel guilty if you didn't have a happy day, if you were having a mood. And my thing is, how are we doing all of this purging of old mindsets and old systematic cellular responses and not having a moment sometimes, not having the discomfort? I was speaking to my one of my loved ones yesterday, and I'm like, how do you think a butterfly feels or a caterpillar feels the first time the wing starts coming out of his back? A caterpillar is put into a cocoon during the time it goes through one of its greatest transformation, one of its greatest transformative processes, one of its greatest metamorphoses. Why? Because of the discomfort that it would probably feel, because it takes every ounce of energy and strength and courage and all kinds of stuff. Could you imagine if the caterpillar was running around trying to get leaves and eat while going through the stage of watching his body shrink to different inches and expand in certain ways? There's a reason why Creator puts the caterpillar in the shell, to give it time to go through its process. And so what I'm saying to you is, if you are getting your wings, you think you're not going to be uncomfortable sometimes? There's wings busting through your back that don't feel good. Now, this isn't the message that most, positive thinking guru people give. But then sometimes if you have the ability to look beyond the words that are being spoken and shared with you. A lot of times I just woke up, y'all. I really did just wake up, and I'm cold. My lady blessings my moon blessings are flowing. It's raining outside, and excuse me. So what you see is what you get. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, a lot of that stuff is hocus pocus, fake it till you make it, saying what I gotta say to get a paycheck or whatever. I'm not saying everybody doing that. I'm just saying a lot of people, nobody wants to say. That's why I love Abraham, because she'll say that. She's like, sometimes you might need to go from sadness to anger. Like, there's stages. Everybody wants a quantum leap from messed up or effed up or fucked up to greatness. Just want to step from one to another. And maybe you could, but I'm so glad, like I was telling my sister yesterday, that we don't have instant manifestation. Could you imagine if every thought that you thought became something right then? If every person, sorry y'all, that you thought you wanted to be with became your mate? Just that alone would just stop the presses. So I'm saying that to say it's okay to have a bad day. And we get so caught up in living a positive life that we don't allow ourselves the space we need to go through the process of growth and change. So I just want to encourage you, wherever you find yourself, to honor that space and love yourself from that space into the next space, and be gentle and easy with the process of transformation, because it takes effort and it takes strength and it takes courage and it takes patience. It takes patience. I was speaking, everybody want a garden, but nobody want to break up the ground. Nobody want to go through the process of the sweat of hitting rocks when you're putting that shovel in the ground and there's rocks there, and the soil isn't soft, or putting it in one place and finding the sun doesn't really shine there like you thought it did, and understanding the seasons in which to plant what. And yeah, my hair is doing the most, but it is what it is. I'm sorry, I got distracted from my hair. Anyway, my point being, growing pains, tilling the earth, tilling the soil. There's no transformation that you're embarking on where you're not going to break ground and put seed inside. And that's a process. So enjoy the process, trust the process, give yourself time to heal and purge. When you vomit, it don't feel good. Well, you're energetically vomiting sometimes. You're energetically vomiting. You got all kinds of mess and pain and anger and sorrow that you got to come to terms with so that you can vomit it out. I guess you don't have to come to terms with it to vomit it out, but on some level you have to come to terms with some things, because if you don't have awareness, you're going to keep creating the same things that create the illness and the disease within you anyway. So this is my message today. Embrace the space you're in until you are able to be in another space. Love yourself through it. Have positive thoughts. Be happy. But don't feel like you're doing it wrong and you're not getting it right if you're having a bad day. If you're having a bad moment, don't get stuck in the moment. The quicker you can transition out of the moment, the better. But I think some somber days allows for reflection in a way that some happy days may not. And maybe you need to be still today. Maybe you need to be quiet today. You're not getting it wrong. You can't get it wrong, and you can't get it done. Feel better. Feel better. How you feel better. When you can feel better. Choose new ways to incite the emotions of feeling better. But don't let it be just another act, another game, another play. Oh, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great, I'm great. When you don't feel so great. When I'm not having a good day, I don't hide that I'm not having a good day. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm great. It does not take away from my strength. It does not take away from my ability to create. In those moments, I'm still maintaining the vibration of what it is I truly want. But I can look and say, ooh, something don't feel, yeah. When I have a cold, I know I have a cold. Some of us have spiritual colds some days. We wake up congested in our hearts, congested in our minds. This is a little stuffy. Well, how do you treat that? You take a warm blanket and you wrap it around yourself and you embrace yourself with the most loving, patient arms you have, and you make universal soul soup of good tunes and positive affirmations. But you have to acknowledge that you got the cold to take the necessary precautions, or the necessary measures. And in taking the measures to alleviate the spiritual cold or the spiritual heaviness that day, what you do is create in you the ability to have preventative measures. It's like taking emotional vitamin C, learning how to process the emotions of clearing that are coming up, because we're doing all this clearing. You cannot make the body light carrying the weight from the old stuff in the old paradigm. So how do you shift without removing the waste of that which does not belong in the... Oh, y'all, my ear is itching. I don't know what's going on. Oh. But anyway, how do you remove the waste without recognizing waste is there? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you boo-boo, you gotta push. Sometimes it hurts. It's better if you can relax, though. Relaxing really does help. And you'll find relaxing. So that's what I'm saying. Ease into your moments. Ease. Be gentle. Be gentle. This is a process. And I just really want to say, are we talking all this positive stuff, but are we talking real stuff? The positive is the real, but there's a real process of growth that's happening in you, of change, of transformation. You're supposed to be uncomfortable right now. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not doing it right. Because all those people who giving you them happy faces, a lot of them are sitting at the house by themselves, lonely and sad and miserable. And they come and they sell you what they wish was their reality. And they're hoping if they talking enough that it's true for them. And it is true for them. It's true for everybody. Everybody can be happy now. Everybody can improve their mood now. Everybody can do that. But excuse me. But that's like fast food. Do you really want a fast microwave experience? Or do you want to take the time to go through the processes that you go through so that you can have a nice spiritual meal with yourself, which is different? You know, what kind of house are you building? What kind of foundation are you building? You do learn to pivot faster, move yourself out of certain moods faster. But I'm just that one that's going to say, if you're having a bad day, you're not getting it wrong. Have a bad day. Have the bad day and use it for something to grow from. Have the bad day, acknowledge the bad moment, acknowledge the bad feeling, recognize it, study it, understand what is promoting it. Look at the things around you that create those moods and experience. Look at the energy that's coming in and out of you. Look at the energy that's around you. Look at what triggers certain responses from you so that you can change the response. And that's when you get into feeling good all the time, because you learn how to recognize before you even get in the space that you're getting ready to get in the space. See, it's easy to get out of the space if you never get in the space. But you won't know what gets you into the space until you get into the space. So get into the space sometimes and recognize, oh, this is what pushes me into this space. This word, this thought, this action, this thing, this food, this drink. And all of it can be doing that. All of it. Sometimes what you're eating, what you're drinking is making you moody. Caffeine rushes, high, then low. Sunshine, no sunshine, high, then low. Learning how to calibrate those external things, like you have a barometer or a thermometer in your house. You gauge the temperature. If it's cold, you put on a cover or you turn up the heat. Those are the things that you have to master within inside of oneself. You can't do that if everything is hot and you can't recognize when you're cold. So have a bad day if you're having a bad day. A bad day isn't a bad day, because it's all good, because it's making you your best self. And be patient with yourself so that you can be patient with the world around you, so you can be gentle with the people around you. Love yourself so you can love the world around you, which is you. You are another self, another you. And that's all I got to say about that. Have a great day. I'm going back to bed. Peace.